As I'm sure most of you guys are aware by now, Nwaneri has joined Marseille on a 6-month loan, no obligation to buy. I'm very happy with this move for him, but I'm going to be breaking down not just Nwaneri's loan move to Olympique Marseille, but Dro Fernandez, the wonder kid from Barcelona's La Masia Academy. As you guys know by now, over the last few weeks, he is officially leaving Barcelona, guys. And he is making a shock decision, which I'm obviously going to talk about. But more importantly, Nwaneri, as an Arsenal fan, I'm very happy with this one. We obviously saw not long ago that Marseille were in active talks with Nwaneri. We heard rumours earlier in the month with Bournemouth, clubs like this interested. Who wouldn't be? He's literally 18 years old. Really talented player. We've seen it literally in the last year or so. He's really when he has played, he's really impressed against Girona in the Champions League, Man City in the Premier League, in the Carabao Cup against teams like Brighton. He's done really well. So, as much as I would have loved to see him play more, Arteta obviously can't afford to give him regular minutes. And I think he could have, in a sense, maybe given him a bit more off the bench. I think he offers something different to Eze, to Odegaard, to a lot of these players. He's a very direct player, and his dribbling style, he's not afraid to do things risky in the final third, which is what I love about him. But at the same time, I get it. He's 18. He's a kid. He doesn't need regular minutes. But at Marseille, that is something I think they would definitely offer. Italy, Crystal Palace were interested as well. Chelsea, we know, were interested a few windows back. But yeah, man, he had so many people going after him in terms of clubs. And Marseille bid for him with the loan until June. No buy option. Salary covered, which is another positive. Loan fee is an expensive one, guys. It is. I think it's 4 million euros, which is a lot. A lot for a 6-month loan. But based on player appearances, as he wants the regular game time. So hopefully we see him playing a lot more for Marseille. I'm going to be watching a lot more Marseille games now. I watched them play against PSG months ago, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't really tune into the French league. I'm gonna be honest, guys. As much as I like French football, a lot of talent comes from there. It's not the best league in terms of PSG always tend to cruise, but it's a very entertaining league with a lot of decent teams right now. I think Lens, I think Marseille are doing very well, and PSG are not bridging a massive gap between them. I think there's only a few points separating teams with in comparison, the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich, running away with it. But let's get more onto Ethan, because he obviously accepted the proposal from Marseille. Arsenal also believe it's the right decision. Arteta spoke with De Zerbi about the move, and it was sealed quite quickly, man, within a few days. Thank God, no buy option, which would have been a big blow. I mean, we'd never do that for Nwaneri. That would be mental, because this kid's potential is sky high. We know this. So I'm glad that has all been clarified here. And it obviously got here we go not long ago, guys, with the salary cover from Marseille. 4 million euros based on appearances, loan fee. That's an expensive 6-month loan fee. So hopefully he plays a lot of games for Marseille, contributes to them having a positive season. They're still in the Champions League. They obviously got battered by Liverpool the other day, but I think he'll make a real difference for them. You could see an attack. They really couldn't finish chances. I know Greenwood's doing amazing for them. Aubameyang's doing well still at 36 years old, but they could use some talent in the 10 position there. And I think that is what the plan is for him, which is really, really good to see. Now, obviously, Arteta confirmed that he is set to leave. And it was really weird because he was on the bench against Inter Milan, but we knew, obviously, before that game, he was gone. This Here We Go was literally announced before the game. So he was on the bench, travelled with the squad, but he was smiling, he looked happy. I think he knew that he was leaving, but Arteta said this in a press conference that he's not playing the minutes he deserves. We have a massive talent and we need to look after him, which is good to hear from Arteta. It clearly shows that he's not looking to sell him on, anything like that. He knows this kid's potential, and hopefully he comes back like Saliba did all those years ago, an even better player and a real contender for playing minutes. He was very pleased with the move. He mentioned Saliba as well. Obviously Saliba told him that Marseille, one of the best clubs in the world. I don't agree with that, but they're a big club, guys. Really, really big club. A lot of history in the game. Marseille right now as well. Their stadium's incredible. But yeah, they're doing very well this season as well. So good luck to him. De Zerbi's one of the best coaches. Hey, it's good to see that he's fond of the coach. Hopefully they strike a good bond and he plays some good football. There was footage of him arriving, taking selfies with all the fans, as you can see here. All of them are excited, man. So it's good to see. I really look forward to seeing how he does. For Marseille, guys, I really look forward to it. De Zerbi also spoke in a press conference about Ethan, saying, I know him, he's a good player. But I think he's in good hands, guys. I do think Ethan Nwaneri is in good hands. We've seen De Zerbi at Brighton. He knows how to manage young players. He's done a really good job in his career in management. So let's see what happens with Ethan at Marseille. Ethan also expressed in an interview that obviously he looks up to De Zerbi as a coach. He's demanding, he's ready to play under him and listen to what he wants. So he's clearly determined to showcase his talent, and why wouldn't he be? I hope he uses this slow move, takes it in its stride and just shows the world what he's about, because everyone knows how much of a talent he is. But recently, this season, we just haven't seen him on the pitch, and it is gutting to see one of your young talents not play the minutes they need. But at the same time, he's a kid, and making a loan move to another big club is not the worst outcome in the world. Now, we know about Ethan Nwaneri struggling for minutes. He's got a contract until 2030, so we're not letting him out our sights, guys. He's not going anywhere permanently. He's still 18 years old. He obviously is a midfielder. He plays in the number 10. That's his best position. He's done a shift out wide for us sometimes. But yeah, with performances, the only starts he's got this season are against Portsmouth. Look at the minutes, man. Not getting any in the cups. Just sitting on the bench. On the bench constantly. And yeah, this season, just not managed to play a lot. He's not managed to play a lot. Whereas last season, he played a lot more. But obviously, last season to this season, there's a big difference. Last season, he was getting starts in the Champions League, scoring goals, and playing very well, getting Prem starts as well. But this season, obviously, with the acquisitions we've made in the summer, he's struggling for minutes. There's no room for him in the squad right now. So this is definitely the best move. The stocks were invested highly, and they'll be continued to be invested, all right? This is hilarious. I dug up an old tweet of mine, and I literally, obviously everyone was speaking about it before he made his debut, like 3-4 years ago. Imagine the scenes if Mikel brings him on just to break the youngest player in the Prem. And he did exactly that on that day. That was funny as hell. But that was back in 2022 when he was 15 years old. And since then, he's shown the levels. But this is a very, very good move, man. We saw what happened with Saliba. He was a wonder kid for us. Obviously not academy, but a young prospect we signed. Wasn't experienced. Went out to Marseille. Came back and became one of the best centre-backs in the world now. It's absolutely mad. Obviously different positions, but on to Dro Fernandez, guys, who after Barcelona won in the Copa del Rey against Racing Club, this was announced that Dro will leave Barcelona. Now, this is totally different to Ethan Nwaneri, but I wanted to mention both together because they're both about 18-year-old wonder kids for different teams, big teams as well. Now, this came as a real shock because basically the 18-year-old made the decision with his agent to leave Barcelona for game time, which you can understand. He's not going to get many minutes in Barcelona. He'll get a bit, but not much. Now, he had a release clause worth 6 million euros, which is absolutely nothing for a talent like this. Hansi Flick was informed, and he was to pick his club, next club that's not in Spain. This was a real shock out of nowhere. Now, PSG presented their contract to Dro for 6 million euros release clause. Absolutely mad. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And ever since that, we knew what was going to happen. Now, verbal agreement was done. PSG, 6 million euros. Light work for them. And yeah, they're ahead of the English and German clubs. Luis Enrique was directly involved. Because we know about PSG with their wonder kids. They've got so many young talents. And by obviously Mayulu, who plays quite a lot of minutes. There's so many wonder kids. There's that Anjono guy. I don't know how you say his name, but the one that starts in the Champions League. They've got too many to talk about. But Hansi Flick was fuming with this. He did a press conference, and he basically sent a message to La Masia players saying that if you don't want to play here 100%, we don't want you here. Strong message sent by Hansi Flick, but he's 100% right. I mean, all the La Masia players, we know how talented that academy is. Probably the best in the world in terms of production and amazing talents. I mean, right now you've got so many involved with the first team, and Dro was one of them. He wasn't a starter by any means, but he was getting minutes off the bench, included in the team sheets at only 18. But he's basically saying that if you want to play for Barca, then it has to be 100%. If you don't want to be 100% in with the team, then he doesn't want them to be part of the team, which is fair enough. I mean, it sounds harsh, but he's 100% right, man. I don't really get this Dro Fernandez thing. Like, maybe the money's got to his head. Maybe his agent said something to him. But it baffles me why you would leave Barcelona and go to PSG for minutes. Guys, does that make any sense to you? I get PSG have a lot of youngsters that get regular minutes, because the one thing I will say, the French league is obviously not on the level of La Liga. Like, La Liga, they kind of need to play a strong team most games. With the French league, PSG normally run away with it. They can rest players. They can start youngsters. We see this all the time. Even in the Champions League, they do give regular starts to a lot of youngsters. But in terms of in Barcelona, obviously, it's not like that. They need to start the best players every single game pretty much, with only a few chop and changes. But it's a very odd decision, because if he's apparently it was to do with minutes, I don't know if this is the best for him. But obviously, best luck to him. And if he really believes himself, obviously clearly does. And hey, let's see if he can make it work, because who on earth is he starting for in PSG's midfield? Obviously, you've got rotation, but I don't know, guys. It's a bit of a weird one. He was really, really sad about the move. And Dro has confirmed that he wants to join PSG. The verbal agreement's done. He accepted all the conditions. Money's definitely a factor here. Clearly, he definitely will be getting a lot more money at PSG. That's just, PSG are a lot wealthier in that sense with wages. We haven't seen much of him though. So will he live up to the hype he got given? We'll see. They're set to formally seal the agreement by next week, guys. So we could see him in a PSG shirt soon. 100% done. Dortmund, Man City were never in advanced talks, but they were interested, as anyone would be. I mean, the scouting departments across Europe would have been onto this. And they were stunned by it, man. They couldn't believe that he decided to do this. He made 5 first-team appearances this season, and he's highly rated by Hansi Flick. So it's a gutting one for Barcelona fans and Flick, who was really disappointed. He made his debut in September at 17. He's only just turned 18 in La Liga, that is. So I don't know what more he expects for that. I mean, you're 17 making your debut for Barca. Unless you're Lamine Yamal, this doesn't happen often. Obviously, it does with Barca, but this is a big step, man. There's no rush for him. So I don't know why he's taking this step, but I hope it works out for him. He made his Champions League debut in October. So things were looking steady path up, man. Makes his debut, then debuts in the Champions League. And I believe he scored in this game as well. And obviously, Pedri's out for a month. But would he have got minutes now that Pedri's out? Probably not. Not the same exact position. I mean, Pedri's a lot deeper in terms of position. Dro is kind of a attacking midfielder in a sense. And yes, you could see the minutes. He's not getting minutes, but it's nothing like the Ethan Nwaneri Arsenal. Ethan's been getting. He's kind of like our Lamine Yamal in a sense. Now, it's not the same thing, because Lamine Yamal starts every single game for Barcelona, and he's clearly levels ahead of any youngster in the world. That's not what I'm saying, but in a sense that Ethan holds a lot of value to us. We've seen him start games, score goals in big games, and we know how much of a talent he is. The only reason why he doesn't start is because there's multiple players in his position, and he's not of a Lamine Yamal level in terms of he should be the starting player. But it's different. Dro, we've only seen him play 5 times for Barcelona's senior team. Clearly a talent, but not enough to go off and say he should be getting regular rotation. He should be getting regular minutes. Apart from the release clause, which came out of nowhere, handled this quite well, man. If you don't want to be here, then you can go, which is fair enough. It wasn't even a goal, guys. My mistake. He hasn't even scored a goal. It was an assist that he got, I believe, in that Olympiacos game. So my mistake there. But yeah, he scored a few goals in the youth league. Let's wish him the best of luck, man. It's a big, big step in his career, and a controversial one seen by many. No one really sees young players do this in terms of, I want to leave after clearly making progression steps, I want to leave the club that brought me up to now and move to PSG of all clubs. Let me know what you think, guys, of both Ethan Nwaneri to Marseille and what looks like to be Dro Fernandez to PSG. Signed, sealed, delivered soon. Make sure you guys smash the like, hit the subscribe button, comment down below your thoughts, follow all my socials in the link in the description. But it's been Jay Zeno's Ball, and I'm out. Peace out, guys. Take care.